I've sorted through the tomatoes that we retrieved last night, cut them in half and removed the stem. So we end up with something like this that Emily can then scoop the middle out and leave us with an empty hull like this, where we can easily see any bits of it that might be in a poor state and take those out as well.
I am scooping the fleshy part from around the seeds and the seeds out of the tomatoes. The wettest and most likely to be affected by bacteria or fungus. And we don't want to use a whole lot of energy boiling down the tomato sauce. I'm washing these tomatoes to wash off any bacteria or fungus. I'm going to blend these in the pot so that they cook down quicker and so that the skins are in smaller pieces. I'm going to boil it with the lid off until it's reduced by about 20%, just so we've got space in the jars and so the flavour is more concentrated.
It's taken about an hour and a half. With an 8% acetic acid, I want to add about 15 mils per litre in order to ensure that the pH is below 4.5 and it's safe for water bath canning, not pressure canning as we have done before with low acid products. We also want to add about 0.5% salt. It could be up to 2% salt if it was a tomato paste, and then the salt would really help to preserve things as well. Mainly the salt now is for flavour. I'm going to give that a good stir to make sure that it's all thoroughly mixed in and providing the safe conditions. To prepare the jars, we've heated them up in the pressure canner close to boiling, and we're going to empty that hot water out and then replace it with the sauce and put them back into the hot water. If I had another use for this boiling water right now, I'd love to put it to that because that is a lot of energy going down the drain. I'm putting them down on cloth because the cold bench could smash the glass with the temperature contrast, and then transferring the hot sauce directly into the jar while it's still hot. These old jars don't have the same sort of thermal shock tolerance that modern borosilicate glasses do. You want to leave about at least an inch of headspace to the top so that it can form a proper seal. If we were pressure canning, we only need a few inches of water in the bottom to produce the steam and the pressure that we need. But with a water bath, which is going to be for a much shorter amount of time and not under pressure, we need the water to fully cover the jars to make sure it's heating right through. We'll put the lid back on now and bring it back to at least 90 degrees for about 30 minutes. Here's the roughly 9 kilograms of jars that we prepared last night. These are free jars from our community, and we are just labeling them before we put them away, and some of these we will give away again back into the community. It's been a bit of work.
Has been a bit of work. That's part of the joy of living this way, as well as part of the hardship. But it makes me feel more alive and more connected with my own survival.
I've had a good time.
Thank you for our tomato sauce making date, babe.